It's almost proven fact that every time you or Will are on camera, more people.
Yep. Alright, IG is loading up. Facebook is live.
Hello.
Hello, everybody.
YouTube is live.
Oh, are we live?
Alright.
Is everybody live?
Some of us are.
Some of us.
IG is live for you.
Everybody's live. Hello, everyone. Happy Thursday.
It's already Thursday.
It's already, I know. I seriously, every hour for the last 6 of them, I've been like, oh no, it's another hour has left my day. Like, how will I finish everything I need to do today? But there's important news.
There is important news.
We've launched a restock of the Helsing. We've restocked the Ranger.
Classic coat design, like a lot of people have said that.
It's very similar to this for Bloodborne. And the mercenary color scheme is actually pretty close to one of the colors we did when we were doing it in Bloodborne, but that had red stitching and this has gray stitching, and I think it changes, like it seems like a minor detail, but it changes a whole lot about how it feels. But yeah, I think this is such a cool classic. It feels like something you could just, like, it doesn't feel too overstated, but it's clearly unique.
Yeah.
You know, like it rides that balance quite well, I think, in my opinion.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, I mean, even one like the one that you're wearing right now, Ranger, it's got that very classical kind of like forest green vibe. So like you're just out in nature, like that's it. You're not sticking out too much.
Yeah. But it's also not a color that you see a lot, like this specific color. Sometimes in work jackets and things like that, but even then, like it's like a different.
It's a different vibe.
This definitely has a different thing.
Yeah.
Photo shoot on this was pretty fun.
It was cold.
It was very cold. You could see it in the pictures. If you look at my eyes, they look like I'm dying.
He's alive and well, as this is really why we got him on live streams, so that you guys could.
So you could see that
We brought him indoors.
I was on the brink of death.
It's a little dramatic.
It was like 15 degrees.
I was there too.
I know.
Dying.
Yes. I will say, this is not our warmest coat.
No.
No.
It's not meant to be.
No, it isn't. Jeremiah was there in his like 800 fill down like parka, and he was like, I'm fine and toasty. Great, good for you, buddy. Whereas these, because they're wax canvas, and wax when it's cold freezes. It was like I'd take it off and we'd put it up on the hanger, and like the arms would just be sticking out, like it would just be hanging there in a tree, like.
Now that it's launched, I will put the picture in Discord, because like I've been wanting to post it, but I do have a picture.
It's just like sitting there, like you could just mold it.
Gingerbread man kind of esque.
Yeah. But it was a fun shoot. It was pretty cool. It was quite cool, but it was also cool to wander around in the cold in this thing.
I mean, if nothing else, like that you think of Helsing, you think of like the werewolf hunter, the hunter kind of esque of being out in the woods. Like that felt really cool.
We originally planned to have that photo shoot a week earlier, but then I was sick, and it was like 40 degrees that day. That would have been quite balmy.
Yeah.
We probably still would be complaining, but it wasn't like this. We wouldn't have known, and it could have been what we ended up with.
Oh yeah, for sure. We did it for the content.
Yeah.
Content.
It was important. That was the day to do it.
Yeah.
Jeremiah drove 2 hours out. We had a great day. We made a whole day of it. Not just with the Helsing stuff, but with some other stuff too.
Can't talk about that yet, though.
Yeah. Some of that's a while's out. It's not quite ready yet.
Yeah. Soon. Please look forward to it.
I'm not sure what else what to talk about with this
hood.
one.
The
Yeah,
hood in
okay.
general, the
We should just talk about the
detachable
details, right?
hood. Yeah. Especially if nobody's met the Helsing before.
That's right. Okay. Introduction for those who have never seen the Helsing before. It's been around for a few years for us, so it's always like, oh yeah, this is our jacket, right? But it is it's our wax canvas sort of duster inspired coat, inspired by werewolf hunting generally. So it's got a bit more of it's got some like drippy points and stuff like that, which I think feel like make it a little more sinister looking than your
Yeah.
average like what do you call it? Duster. Double breasted, has a hood. The hood is removable. The entire cowl portion is removable.
Oh,
Which
it's a
I think
totally different vibe.
it's a really different vibe without the
Like
hood.
they go so well together, but it's a different. It feels like you're getting two jackets. 'cause
Yeah,
it's a
yeah.
different-
This is like I've always loved that about this, and that was kind of when it was the sort of progenitor version of this, which was the Bloodborne thing. It was based on the idea of the transforming weapon. It's like, what about a transforming coat? So you have like this, and then with the hood is very different.
Yeah.
This is like a much cleaner look, and it feels a little bit more casual, but it's got
Yeah.
a really kind of like a, it's a dressed up thing. With the hood, it doesn't look as dressed up, I think. And then you can, if you want to wear it open, you fold the fronts back, and only one side is double breasted, so you get this asymmetrical line, but you also end up with like it's a center opening,
Yeah.
because this is the center line, but you do get this like extra flap of detail on one side.
It's nice too because I was about to say before you opened it, it felt very symmetrical, which is not very you. You're always putting asymmetrical
I
something.
had to hide a little asymmetrical wearing format in there, so you get this nice line down one side.
Kind of cool in that way too because it's you can wear it so many different ways. Hood, no hood, opened, closed.
Yeah.
Pretty neat.
Open like this, it's just really, I feel like this is really easy to wear like this.
Yeah. Especially if you're like tossing it on, on and
Yeah.
off kind of thing.
Yeah.
You just keep going.
Um,
And for those who don't know, what's the benefit of wax canvas? Why do we use wax canvas?
Wax canvas it's harder to work with in some ways, and in other ways it's very precise, which makes it fun to work with, like because it's hard to manipulate, like physically difficult, but when you get it in the right spot, it stays there, and you can get a really nice clean line. That's the sewing side of me talking about it, but waxed canvas as a general benefit of it is that the wax is a weatherproofing finish. That's what makes it more expensive. It goes through an entire different process where you add the wax to the material after it's milled. So unwaxed material doesn't have that extra process. It also it's a relatively natural way. It's not full waterproof like with the TPU membrane or anything like that. It is usually a paraffin wax or something like that. And that it adds this patina.
Yeah.
It just makes it feel earthy somehow.
Kind of rugged.
Yeah.
Like earthy. Yeah.
It's really solid feeling. It's a really good weatherproof material. It's something. The technique has been used. I want to say for multiple hundreds of years.
Don't vote on it.
At least from the mid 1800s, so nearly hundreds of years. They used to wax like sails for ships.
Makes sense.
And things like that. So yeah, it's a very sort of nautical material finish. It was used a lot for ship. Yeah.
Quick question, someone asked, any updates on the N7 trench?
Yes, that's off topic. There are a lot of them, and we are shipping them on a daily basis. So we're getting through it, sort of little by little. We are waiting on a few final boxes. They didn't all come at once, so there's a few final boxes that are coming through. And hopefully we'll be able to ship everything from the orders we have. We're currently evaluating that. So we were just finishing up QC, and moving into the order fulfillment process. Some people have already received them. They shipped, like people who were close to us, they shipped yesterday or the day before yesterday. They got them right away. So,
Because we already started seeing people in Discord posting their photos of like, what was it? Bird is the word, I think is the person in the mailroom, like wouldn't even get back up to where they live, just like
open the box,
rip the box open and put it on. I don't know if they did that, but you know, I can imagine. Just
that's how it feels.
Carnage.
The pictures in the mailroom means that box didn't get far from the
No.
yeah. So those are moving through. You will be receiving them shortly. If you ordered from the BioWare gear store, they, I think, are getting their portion from us shortly. So everything came to us, and then we had to split the order and send some to them. And then they're going to start fulfilling our orders probably next week. So there's quite a few of those orders that need to be processed. It takes a little bit of time.
Yeah, y'all loved them, so they're making their way through. Did you want to show off the mercenary?
Yeah, let's swap over to mercenary.
And also, our cameraman behind the camera, can you remind me what the price is for these?
I think it's $6.95.
$6.95. That's what I thought it was. I just wanted to triple check before I started. And then this is actually, this was not intentional. I am also wearing mercenary color. Yeah, look at that.
We match.
I'm doing less. I'm probably doing like more of the admin work for the werewolf hunter.
Yeah, right.
Or I'm the driver, and you're killing the baddies.
That's
I'm off this.
Man.
It's a different vibe, but still equally badass in the red and black. I'm a sucker for red and black too, so I'm very biased. But
and this is a kind of wine, like Burgundy is named that because it's a type of wine, but there's like on the Pantone cards, there's wine, there's Burgundy, there's Syrah, there's Port, there's Tawny Port, there's like all these, and it's like all of them are just like slightly different shades of wine-ish colored things. So
even as an artist, that just it just makes my brain like scream like ah.
They have thousands of colors. You have to imagine that they were just like, man, what are we gonna do here?
Yeah.
Some of those color names, you're like, all right, sure.
Yeah.
Arbor Mist. Well, I kind of get that, you know.
A little bit.
Yeah. My favorite color name of any like random piece of material we've ever gotten is our thread, which is actually the thread we use in the Ranger jacket. It's called Velvet Fog, and it is a pairing of words that means nothing, especially in the color. Like, in the color spectrum, it means nothing. Velvet Fog means nothing. And yet, it feels right. It's an excellent color. I don't know, that's a complete aside. But
complete aside, and it's just making my brain go off tangents like Yankee Candle names.
We've used Velvet Fog thread for years, but it just works with everything. It looks great with blue. It looks great with browns. It looks great with green. Like, it manages to like be right in the middle and be just enough like contrast with everything. It's really cool. But yeah, I really love, speaking of thread, the gray thread on the mercenary color, I think.
It looks great. It's just that the little.
Yeah.
It's not screaming at you, but it's that little line touch there everywhere. It's pretty nice.
It kind of brings out the blue in the red.
Yeah.
Which I don't know, just makes it kind of softer looking, but also it's still obviously a very sinister looking coat. So it does this like really nice, weird, kind of messes with your brain a little bit.
Yeah, it's good. It's good in that way.
Yeah. That's something that I love about playing with colorways that we do, is that because there's so many, usually often 3 different colors in a given jacket, like your pants can be brown, they can be blue, they can be black, and they're all gonna like, they're going to really inform the whole color palette of your outfit. Like you can play with those colors by adding a 4th one in, and like that 4th one can really change the way that you perceive the coat. It's just something that's fun. I mean, that's me anyway.
I mean, just think of it too, now this is, oh gosh, I didn't do the math beforehand, but these are not even our only 2 colors of the Helsing.
Right.
So it's kind of neat seeing that universe expand of like, it's the same cup that you know and love, but it's in a new light. So
It
you
feels
kinda
really
match it
different in every different color. Like
Yeah.
we did it with navy. Is that we currently have a couple of those left?
Yes,
We
the
did it
Night's
navy
Watch, I
accents.
think.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Really different from this. Different. It's black, but it's different black.
Yeah. Well, it can, like night and day between Ranger
Yep.
and Mercenary. And it's kind of cool in that way because if you like one and you're like, well, I want something that can kind of go on that darker
Yep.
edge or something like that, you can get both, and they both feel different
Mhm.
enough.
Yeah.
And pockets, nothing's going on with the pockets there too.
So
I
these
don't know
are
if people can
yeah,
see.
yeah. They have a nice pocket flap over them so that if it is raining, you have some protection from water going into your pocket. This one we mentioned, and the other one, if you've joined us a little late, the hood and mantle are removable. And again, it I think totally changes the way.
Yeah. And that's fully red on the inside too, or fully.
Yeah, the interior is that burgundy color. And then if you wear this open, that's a much more like that. The Ranger is like green on green,
Oh, this is more
and
stark.
this is a much more stark contrast.
Yeah, I think we show this a lot with the Harper vest,
Mhm.
so I can't also say that enough, like how well it matches with that, because it's like that nice kind of Novus Noir. It's part of the Novus Noir collection. It's got that nice like, I don't want to say juxtaposition because I heard it way too many times in art school, but juxtaposition between the 2 looks.
The Artificer, the Erebor vest, the one we did in the black we did it in this colorway.
Yeah.
That would look really nice paired with this,
So-
because you'd have the collar that was burgundy. That would look really nice.
Yeah, it is literally the same.
Yeah.
The same colorway
It'll
to a
look-
T.
It'll look sick.
Yeah.
Do you have any questions? Any other comments?
No questions, a lot of hype for the Mercenary colorway.
It's a great colorway. It is great.
Yeah, man, I love it. I love this color.
It's kind of funny too, because like this is also waxed.
Mm-hmm.
It doesn't look like it has a different, almost not sheen than the other one,
Yeah.
but it just it comes across different.
The black, I've always found the black wax canvas doesn't do the like white lines that you see in like other wax canvas colors, just because of the way, it must be the way that the wax interacts with the black dye. You just don't get any of that like sort of white buildup. So it does have a different vibe in black than you would get in like brown or green or something like that. It's weird because even like a really dark navy, you get those white lines, but in black you
Right.
don't. I don't know. I don't understand it.
It's probably like how it's reflecting light or
Yeah.
something, or I don't know.
It's all the light's being absorbed by the black straight through the wax. It's just a guess. So yeah, this is our big launch for this week. The Helsing is back in a new color as well as in a fan favorite.
$6.95.
It's $6.95. They're
Right
available in the store right now. They are in studio, so it's no pre-order. They'll be shipping immediately. Yeah, I mean, that's what we got for this week.
That's what we got. We got fun stuff coming up. So next week
We're
we'll
getting
be back.
we're getting back into our launch schedule
Mhm.
now that the holidays are over and we've got through that.
Yeah. Crud has kicked everybody's butt, and now
We're all
covered.
healthy again.
Knock on wood.
Well, thank you all for joining us. We'll see you next week.